Hey YouTube, Cover409 here with a deck profile. I was thinking on the plane ride here what I wanted to run for regionals, and I was thinking Madolches maybe, but they really don't fare well against Mermails. I just came across this one deck, Watts. I realized they pretty much screw up the meta a lot because they poke at you directly and you can basically stop your opponent's attacks, so I figured I'd make a Watt deck for regionals. So if I could have you guys input on the deck, any suggestions, anything I might take out, I'd really appreciate it. This is like a macro Hopper Lock Watt stun deck, so yeah, I basically made it all myself except some of it's standard, but yeah, so let's go on to the deck. My tech 2 Fossil Diner. The reason I run this is OTK decks really get surprised. Like, once they know I'm running Watts and they haven't seen Fossil Diner yet, they really get surprised when they attack it and it flips face up and it just totally demolishes their side of the field. And it also gets under Messenger of Peace, which is nice. One honest, despite the fact that I run Macrocosmos, I feel the need to run this card just in case I don't get Macrocosmos. And it really makes your opponent think before attacking. 2 Thunder King. I was running 1 at one point, but I was kind of wanted to take a stun point of view, so I just threw in an extra Thunder King. 3 Thunder Seahorse. The main play, you open up Thunder Seahorse, you discard to search for 2 more, and the brilliant thing about this card is that it doesn't actually require, it's not a cost to go to the graveyard. You can just, if you notice, it just says you can discard this card, so it doesn't need to be sent to the graveyard in order to activate its effect, so it's not affected by Macrocosmos, which is helpful. And then you play 3 Watt Cobra, which is standard. When you attack directly and inflict damage, you can add a Watt monster. 3 Dragonfly, pretty standard. The reason I run 3 Watt Giraffe is because it's incredibly easy to deck thin with this deck. So you already plus so hard with the Thunder Seahorse, and then you can use it first turn usually to search double Cobra, then second turn to search double Watt Giraffe. So, because if you draw 1 Watt Giraffe, you can't use Thunder Seahorse's effect, so I run 3. And of course the 3 Watt Hopper for the Hopper Lock, which is like some Watt decks focus around simply the Hopper Lock, but in this deck it's kind of like a backup, or even just a primary source of defense. So like sometimes your opponent can't go over it, like if you're playing like Machina Gadget, they really can't do anything against it except Dark Hole and Torrential. And then you have the staple Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. I only run 1 Forbidden Lance. I was thinking of running 2, but I can't make room for it. 2 Messenger. I don't run 3 because I run triple Threatening Roar. We'll get to that later. Reborn standard. 1 for 1. It does interfere with Macrocosmos, but it's so easy to get the Hopper Lock. You can just discard Thunder Seahorse, and then discard one of these cards and special summon Hopper, then normal Hopper, and then you have the lock. 2 Duality, because you don't really special summon that much in this deck, and it again adds consistency and thins the deck. 2 Bottomless. I was thinking about taking these out for a double Solemn, but I just took out the Deep Prison for Solemn. Dark Bribe. 2 Macrocosmos, just because it hurts the meta so much. 1 Solemn Warning. I want to make space for 2. I might take out a Bottomless, because Warning's more versatile, but you pay a lot of life points in this deck, so I'll have to figure that out. 1 Starlight Road, because you play heavy back row. Triple Threatening Roar. Now, to some people this might be too much protection, but the reason I like this card over Messenger of Peace is if you don't draw the macro and Mermails go off, like they can go all out, and then when they use Marksman to pop your back row, you chain Threatening and they're really thrown off by it. And just the fact that it's chainable is so much more helpful, because Messenger of Peace, although you can activate it, it can get popped pretty easily by MST or anything. But Threatening Roar is chainable, so that's always good if they like blind MST or something. And then double Torrential for those OTK decks. So yeah, that's it for the main build. I kind of want to keep the monster count the same, just because it's easy to deck thin with this lineup, I believe. I might put Lance to 2, I might put Warning to 2, I'll have to figure that out as I playtest some more. For the side and extra, I haven't really given too much thought into it. Mainly just testing out the main deck, but side deck is 2 Lava Golem, because I really have a terrible matchup against Macro Rabbit, because they can just negate Summon of Logia, and then all of back row, they can just wipe me out. So they really go minus when they go first turn Lagia, and then you can like sit on a Dragonfly, and then when they make a Dolka or something, you can tribute both of them to special Lava Golem. But like even if they do negate his summon, they have to pay 2,000, or they bottomless, they still go minus because they lose both their huge beaters. So yeah, he's definitely a problem. 3rd Thunder King just in case. 2 MST for back row hate. Prohibition for those random decks that revolve around 1 card to beat you. Wave Motion Cannon, kind of a tech side, because although I do run macro Cosmos, if there's like a deck that is unaffected by macro, I'll just side out the macro, and then this is kind of like for them to waste an MST so I can keep my Messenger of Peace or any other traps. 2 goes in match against windups because these are all light except for the Fossil Diners. 1 Mirror Force, just because Double Decree. I'm kind of debating whether to take this out or not, because like I get really hurt by Chain Burn decks and stuff like that, but I run too many traps for it to be viable. So I'll have to think about that. Double Shadow Imprisoning for Insectors and Dark Worlds. Extra deck, I don't know why I run this, just because I have so much room for the extra deck. Magical Android, because I can reborn their Veiler, and then I can sink into that, and as long as I have Messenger of Peace, they can't attack it. They can destroy it, but most likely I'll just be gaining 600 life at the end of every end phase. So that's always an option. Stardust for Starlight Road. Gachi in case Dragonflies become dead, which they rarely do. 4 Gaga Cowboy. The main play is usually to attack with Giraffe, so they can't bottomless or warning anything. Then you normal summon Cobra and overlay for Cowboy and in defense position, and then you burn for 800. You can do this multiple times, so you can burn for like a total of 1,600 per Cowboy, so that's like 4,800 if you run through all 3 of your Cowboys, which is pretty good. Lavolval Chain, just to put Thunder Seahorse on top of your deck. I mean, you don't really special summon that much, so it's kind of just options. Maestroke if you need a Book of Moon something. Double Shock Master, because you can make rank force pretty easily. And like if you're playing Exodia, you can just call spells and beat them down. Utopia, Blackhorn. This also conflicts with macro, but I run it just cause. Utopia Ray and Shiny Magician, because it's the only good rank 1. And in case for some reason the hoppers like become dead, might as well just have that option. So yeah, that's it for the what deck profile. Let me guys know what you think. Any advice, any tips on what to tech in or what to take out will be much appreciated. The regionals is in January, so if you guys have any what drafts, I'm looking for what drafts. The rest I can pretty much acquire easily, except for the Thunder Seahorses. I need those too. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Please comment what you think of it, and thanks for watching.